Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into something huge, the massive new release of Spring Framework 7 and Spring Boot 4. And let me tell you, this isn't just an update. It's a release that's about to redefine the entire Java landscape. So let's get right into it, because this is not just another incremental update. We're talking about a foundational change, a genuine generational leap that's going to reshape how all of us build and deploy Java applications for, well, years to come.
All right, here's how we're going to break it down. We'll walk through this massive shift in 5 key parts. Think of it as your roadmap to everything that's new, what's been tossed out, and, most importantly, what it actually means for you and your projects. Okay, first up, let's really set the stage here. Why is this release so much more than just a simple update? Well, a major version jump like this isn't about tacking on a few new features. Nope, it's a strategic move. It's about shedding old technical debt, fully embracing what modern Java can do, and laying down a brand new, clean foundation for the future of cloud-native development.
So let's dig into that modernized foundation. This is the bedrock for everything that's coming next. And, this is also where we run into the biggest and, potentially breaking changes that you're going to need to tackle right out of the gate.
Okay, take a look at this. What's super interesting here is the new, much stricter set of platform requirements. Yeah, JDK 17 is still the minimum, but the framework is really built and optimized for JDK 25 LTS. Why? To take full advantage of awesome stuff like virtual threads. But the real headline here, the big news, is the full-on adoption of Jakarta EE 11. That means you've got to upgrade your servlet container, your JPA provider, pretty much the whole stack. And that brings us to this. And listen up, because this is critical. The move from JavaX to Jakarta namespaces, it's not optional. It's non-negotiable. Honestly, this is probably the single biggest breaking change you're going to face. Every import, every dependency, every single configuration that points to the old JavaX packages, it all has to be updated, no exceptions. All right, now that we've covered the tough stuff, the new foundation, let's get to the fun part, the exciting new features. This is where Spring starts to solve some of those classic, long-standing headaches that developers have been dealing with for ages, and it does it with some really elegant built-in tools.
So, first on the list is something people have been asking for forever, built-in API versioning. You know the drill, right? For years, we've all been wrestling with this, using messy URL tricks or custom headers. Well, Spring 7 finally makes versioning a first-class citizen. It's designed to elegantly handle the evolution of your REST APIs right out of the box. And wow, this just shows you how much better it is. What used to be a total mess of boilerplate code and custom logic is now just a single, clean, declarative attribute that you pop right onto your mapping annotation. It is so much cleaner, way more maintainable, and it's built right into the framework. Next up, Spring 7 is getting serious about resilience. It's pulling essential cloud-native patterns, things like retries and concurrency limits, directly into the core framework. So what does that mean for you? It means you can build much more robust, fault-tolerant apps without having to pull in a bunch of third-party libraries. It's all right there. And get this, turning these powerful features on is incredibly simple. Seriously, it's just 2 steps. You add one annotation to a configuration class, and boom, you can start slapping @retryable or @concurrency limit on your methods to make them way more robust against failures or sudden traffic spikes. Okay, so a big generational shift like this isn't just about adding new stuff. It's also about cleaning house. To really move forward, Spring 7 had to get rid of some outdated components and officially say goodbye to some older ways of doing things. And the biggest, most impactful part of this cleanup? The official deprecation of the good old RestTemplate. I mean, it's been around for 15 years, but its old school template method design is really showing its age, especially now that we live in a world of fluent APIs and reactive programming. But hey, don't panic. This isn't happening overnight. The Spring team has laid out a really clear multi-year timeline for this whole transition. So it's deprecated now, it'll get the official @deprecated annotation in about a year, and it won't be completely yanked out until Framework 8. That gives everybody plenty of time to plan their migration. So this begs the obvious question, right? If RestTemplate is on its way out the door, what are we supposed to use instead? Well, thankfully, the framework doesn't just leave us hanging. In fact, we get 3 excellent modern alternatives, and each one is tailored for a specific need. You've got RestClient, which is basically the new go-to replacement for most of your synchronous blocking calls. Then there are HTTP interfaces, which are awesome for defining super clean, contract-based clients. And of course, WebClient is still the undisputed king for anything reactive and non-blocking.
All right, finally, let's zoom in on a couple of areas where all these changes are going to hit your day-to-day workflow. This is especially true if you're deep in the world of cloud-native tech. So, for all of you building native applications with GraalVM, listen up. There is a super important change in how you provide hints for your native images. It might seem like a small detail, but trust me, it's a big deal. You really want to pay close attention to this one. The syntax for your resource hints has switched from regex over to glob patterns. And here's the kicker. A single asterisk, just one star, no longer matches recursively. It only matches in that one directory. To get that old recursive behavior back, you have to use the double asterisk glob star, double star. I'm telling you, if you don't fix this, your native builds will break. Guaranteed. Okay, let's bring it all home. To wrap this up, let's do a quick recap of the absolute most critical takeaways from this massive release. Think of these as your main action items.
Honestly, you can just think of this as your personal migration checklist. First, you've got to nail that Jakarta migration. Second, taking advantage of the awesome new native API versioning. Third, begin planning your escape from RestTemplate. And fourth, go fix those GraalVM hints. If you can get these 4 points down, you are on the fast track to a successful Spring 7 adoption. So, as we close out, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. This really is more than just an upgrade, it's a golden opportunity to modernize your entire architecture. So how is this generational shift going to change your next project? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely encourage you to share your own migration tips and tricks down in the comments. Let's help each other out. And of course, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our next explainer.